I would break his head in half. He's a trained fighter, I'm a trained killer. Two different things.
I think. Done. The world's fixed.
F students on average are 5 times smarter than their own parents.
It's always a fat friend, bro.
It's all because of all fucking men on this planet has become fucking better man. 90, 100 years ago, nobody knew what the fuck alpha man.
F students on average are 5 times smarter than their own parents. You see, their own parents put them in school, believing that school was the best place for their kids. But F students didn't buy that scam shit. They knew and they realized at such a young age that the system was all a scam, that the government was trying to turn them into sheeps, and they didn't fucking buy that. You see, they realized that also the teachers are government employees. And if the government and the system is trying to turn you into a sheep, then now the teachers are government agents. And they're the ones trying to tell you what to do. But it's unbelievable how F students have realized that it's all a fucking scam. And they said, we're not gonna sit here and learn from a teacher that obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. Because if everything was in the books, we wouldn't need teachers, would we? If everything was taught in school, then we wouldn't fucking have so many losers.
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What did your dumb ass say it?
Our mansion has a slave button. And I'll have another hot hot. And this shisha is changing. Thank you.
Obviously, this was meant as a joke, but it went way too far. Even if he followed it up with "thank you, sir," and "please," it still crossed the line. You can show off your wealth without using slavery references. That's not edgy humor. It's just unnecessarily offensive for shock value. There's nothing funny or cool about trivializing slavery to flex your wealth. This is Tate doing what he always does, saying the most provocative thing possible to get attention and reactions. But some things aren't worth joking about just to seem controversial.
All this fucking talk about alpha man, beta man. It's all because of all fucking men on this planet has become fucking beta man. 90, 100 years ago, nobody knew what the fuck alpha man means. Because what is an alpha man? It's very simple. It's a man with an opinion. It's a man with a moral fucking cage. He knows what is right. He knows what is wrong. And he has himself inside of that cage. He does what is right. He doesn't do what is wrong. No matter how hard the right thing is and no matter how easy the wrong fucking thing is. And that is what is being a fucking alpha male. He doesn't follow somebody because he's not lost. But nowadays everybody just became fucking beta. Everybody wants everything, but they have no fucking courage to go after it.
Strength isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about having principles and choosing to do the right thing even when it's difficult. The moral cage concept is good. Having internal standards you won't compromise. But here's the irony. His actual performance shows the opposite. He's screaming and being aggressive while talking about moral discipline and doing the right thing. If you truly embody these principles, you don't need to yell about them. Strength is quiet and controlled, not performed through aggression. He's saying the right things, but delivering them in a way that contradicts the entire message. That's one of the problems with a lot of these alpha content creators. Good concepts wrapped in performative toughness that undermines the point.
You know what I'd love to see? You and Tate in the ring.
I would break his head in half. He's a trained fighter, I'm a trained killer. Two different things. You could do a boxing fight, which I call a pillow fight. You're a 4-time world champion, but you didn't fight people like me.
Yeah, okay. Fist, bump, punch, lock, fun, down. Say the whole thing all over again. I wasn't listening.
Hello, how you doing today? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Emerome.
Hi.
Emerome.
Emerome.
Just call me M.
M.
Yes.
I am.
What's your name?
Neon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's horrifying.
Real quick, Emerome. I'm doing a little after party.
Okay.
I would love for you to come.
Why?
Because you're very beautiful.
We gotta go. I love being objectified.
Come on, let's go.
Wait, what did I do wrong?
Wait, what happened?
Objectified? Wait, what the fuck did I do? Hold on. Wait. It's always a fat friend, bro.
Neon was approaching random women on stream, having his chat rate if they're fuckable or not. When called out, he acted shocked. It insulted her friend, and his fan base harassed both women. VOD reviewers found he did this to multiple women, and other Kick streamers like Ed Matthews were doing the same thing. This is disgusting and not funny. Publicly degrading women for content while pretending it's a joke is pathetic. If your entertainment is built on humiliating people and sicking your fan base on anyone who objects, you're not an entertainer. You're just leading a mob of immature people who think disrespecting women is cool.
I think. Done. The world's fixed.
I think you gotta run fast afterward if you try that in real life. This isn't an alpha move, it's disrespectful and childish. If you can only win by literally shushing someone instead of addressing what they say, you've already lost. Strength is engaging with different perspectives, not shutting them down because you can't handle being challenged. Try this in an actual relationship and watch it fall apart immediately. This is performative disrespect for cameras, not how functional adults communicate.
A lot of people question my sexuality because they think that I'm gay because I'm with a trans woman because, yes, she originally was a man. We all know that.
No. We don't think you are. We know you are.
I don't get why he's even bothering to explain himself. Look, when you're an adult in a relationship with another consenting adult who understands what they're doing, let people think whatever they want. Who cares? That's your business, not theirs.
I have zero desire to go clubbing. I have zero desire to have a girlfriend. I have zero desire to party, to have fun. I have no desire for that. Now, does that sound harsh? Yes. Long term, of course, I want to have a girl, a family, whatever. Long term, yeah, I'll have some fun. Like, yeah, of course, down the line, I want to do that. But I know with my perspective, right now is my time to build. Right now is my time to get rich. Right now is my peak time, the peak of my powers of testosterone, of energy, of just everything. Like 18 to 30 is men's peak powers. So I know that this time of my life, for the goals I have, if I want to achieve those goals, take sacrifice. And the sacrifice is not doing all the garbage and spending all that energy you would spend over here on here, which is actually improving yourself.
A woman at 25 is the same as a man at 45, but most men are too blind to see it. She begins her 20s worshipped for her beauty, and she spends it on social media for validation. But you start with zero, no money, no respect, no power, no experience, and society thinks you're disposable. But here's the brutal truth. Her clock runs out fast, and yours doesn't even start until your 40s.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
No one else will tell you this, but everything you think is going to make you happy is pretty much bullshit, bro. I just moved into this nice new apartment and I already could not give a fuck about it. Like, yeah, it's bigger, it's got some LED lights, nicer kitchen, all that shit. But after 2 weeks of living here, it's literally just the same place that I eat, sleep, shit, and work. And this is the same with everything I've bought. I used to think a faster car was going to change my life. But you know what happens every time? You drive it for 2 weeks and then it just becomes your fucking car. Those LED lights you thought were sick, you don't even notice them anymore. It's all about perspective, because if you've never had a nice car and I give you a brand new BMW, you're going to lose your fucking mind. Best day of your life. 10 out of 10 excitement. But if you already had a fucking Lamborghini and I gave you that same BMW, it's going to feel like a downgrade. You're going to be like, oh, cool, thanks, I guess. Exact same car, exact same price, but your excitement depends entirely on what you're used to and your perspective. And I'm not saying don't have goals or don't aspire to buy nice things, but just don't think that it's going to make you happier. I've been chasing all this nice stuff for years, and the truth is, after 2 weeks, it all feels the exact fucking same.
He's absolutely right, and I agree completely. Real fulfillment doesn't come from things you buy. It comes from the person you're building yourself to be in your family. No amount of money will bring you genuine, lasting happiness if that's all you're chasing. You can buy a new car and feel excited for 2 weeks, then you're back to baseline. But becoming someone you're proud of, building strong relationships with your family, having purpose and meaning in your life, that's what actually sustains you long term. Material things are nice to have, but they're not the goal. They're tools or bonuses, not the source of happiness. Focus on building character, strengthening family bonds, and becoming genuinely better.
Nothing feels more delusional than being 23, delivering pizzas, telling people I'd make 20k in a month from my phone when I'd never even made that in a fucking year. My family told me to get a real job, my mates thought I'd lost it, but I didn't give a fuck. I posted every single day anyway. No followers, no proof, just pure delusion. And 1 year later, I hit that 20k month. And everyone who called me crazy wanted to know the secret. Thing is, There is no fucking secret. I was just too delusional to quit. Most of you give up the second it feels unrealistic. You'd rather be realistic and stay broke than be delusional and look stupid. I'd rather look like a fucking idiot chasing something big than look normal achieving nothing. So be delusional. Set goals that make people laugh, because in a year from now, they'll be asking how you fucking did it.
I agree with the core message. Chase something big and don't let people's doubts stop you. But I'd say don't fake it till you make it. Try to be as real as possible on your path to getting there. Why would you build your big dreams on lies? If your foundation is fake, everything you build on top of it is unstable. Be ambitious, be unrealistic in your goals if you want, but be honest about where you are right now. You can say, I'm going to build $1 million business while admitting right now I'm at zero and learning. That's not weakness, that's integrity. The delusional part should be about your belief in what's possible despite current circumstances, not about lying to yourself or others about where you actually are. Dream big, work real, stay honest.
How about we normalize telling friends that they're fat or need to exercise? Not to shame them, but because you actually give a fuck about their life. When I was at my fattest, I wish someone pulled me aside and said, bro, I'm worried about you. Let's hit the gym together. Instead, everyone just said, you look fine, while I was miserable. Pushing someone to improve isn't an attack, it's an act of love. A real friend cares more about your long-term health than your short-term feelings. Would you rather have friends who make you comfortable or friends who make you better?
I like this one.
Why do you have to take a picture of everything and post it on social media? If this is you, then you have a serious problem. If you can't live in the moment and enjoy things without having your phone out all the time, then you have a serious problem. If the only thing that matters to you is how good it looks in the shot, then you have a serious problem. If being seen as happy is more important to you than actually being happy, then you have a serious problem. And that serious problem is this. And pay attention here. The more you try and perfect your life for strangers, the less you will recognize yourself in it.
You have to wake up and go, you know what? I'm responsible for my health, and I'm responsible for my finances, and I'm responsible for my family, and I'm responsible for the decisions I make, and I'm responsible for my work ethic, and I'm responsible for my motivation, and I'm gonna win. That's all you have to do to be monumentally wealthy. Let me give you all a life hack, the best way to start your mornings. When you start your morning, you need to get excited about the best thing that happened yesterday. You need to think, what was the best thing that happened in my day yesterday? You need to think of what it was. Did you expect it to happen? Did you plan for it? And you'll start to feel the endorphins. You'll start to feel all the positive energy and organs from that amazing thing that happened in your day yesterday. The reason this is so important to do in the morning is because when you think of the amazing things that happened yesterday, the one day before, you then get excited for the amazing things that might happen in the day ahead. So every single morning when you're having your coffee, sit there and go, I'm so glad to be alive. I'm so glad nothing bad has happened to me. I'm so glad to be breathing. It could definitely be the other way around. What amazing thing happened to me yesterday? You know what? My child gave me a hug, or I made this money, or I saw a beautiful sunset. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be I bought a Bugatti. It can be anything. This amazing thing happened to me yesterday, and I'm now going to be awake for the next 18 or 19 hours, and something else amazing is going to happen to me. The next day, whatever amazing things happen to you today, you're going to talk about it again at breakfast. This teaches you how to be grateful. It teaches you gratitude, and most importantly, it teaches you how to be excited for the day ahead. It takes a few seconds, less than a minute to do, and it will completely rewire the way you view your life.
I agree with this advice. Look, Tate crosses the line often, and you can dislike him for valid reasons. But when good advice comes your way, take it regardless of the source. I wish he'd share more practical wisdom like this instead of just controversy. This gratitude practice is genuinely helpful. Starting your day remembering something good builds appreciation for small wins and sets a positive tone. Combined with the reminder that constantly perfecting your life online makes you lose yourself, there's real wisdom here about focusing inward instead of performing for others. Tate's point about accepting responsibility for your health, finances, family, and motivation is also fundamentally true. Not everyone will become monumentally wealthy, but taking ownership of these areas will improve your life dramatically. I promise you that. When I started bettering myself, someone gave me this advice and it changed everything. Was it hard at the beginning? Absolutely. And yes, outside things happen that you can't control. But what you can control is how you respond and what actions you take. But the exciting part is, the moment you accept responsibility is the moment you gain real power to change things. You're no longer waiting for circumstances circumstances to improve or people to help you. You become the driver of your own life. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Grab a pen and paper and write down what you're responsible for. Your health, your finances, your relationships, your attitude, your effort, your daily choices. Write it all down. Look at that list tomorrow morning and start taking action. Small steps, consistent effort. That's how real change happens. Your life is yours to build, not to perform for strangers online, not to blame on circumstances, but to actually construct into something you're genuinely proud of. That power is in your hands right now. Take responsibility. You've got this. Start tonight and watch how your life transforms when you stop waiting and start building.